Hello and welcome to Open Ears, the podcast which keeps your opinions
and ears
open. Once again, I am joined by my wonderful mother co-host Rose.
Hello.
So, in this episode, we are focusing on the big issue of fast fashion and climate change. As it is 2023, I don't think there is any better topic to focus on than Temu. Mum, have you heard of Temu?
I think I've heard of Temu. It pops up when I'm looking at other things.
Oh, right, really? What, like on Facebook?
Yeah, if I'm browsing, and sometimes I click on the link and it comes up with this stupid
Spinning wheel.
And I just think, ugh, and get rid of it.
Have you actually tried it though?
No.
No.
Because I can't be bothered.
You're not giving in?
No.
Obviously you've seen the spinning wheel, but Temu is a bit more than that. It's a fast fashion online shopping app. Have you heard of AliExpress or Shein?
I've heard of Shein.
Yeah.
Everybody's heard of Shein.
Shein's fast fashion one, whereas Temu's more like, well, it's clothes as well, but anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
And ridiculous offers.
Yeah.
Cheap.
What's the cheapest one you've seen?
Oh God, I can't remember. Because I never get very far because of that spinning wheel.
Yeah. Fair enough. Well, fact about Temu, it is run by a Chinese company known as PDD Holdings, who have been in controversy for user data scandals.
Okay. A good job I didn't get much further than the spinning wheel then. Okay, so what makes Temu different?
So, obviously you've seen the prices, the spinning wheels, and the massive range of products. What makes them unique is their ability to give out so many products for free, like that spinning wheel. There's multiple, but there's one that goes you can win up to 100% off.
Yeah.
And I actually did it once because my friend was like, can you sign up with my link and I can get free money from it? And I was like, well, I feel bad for saying no, but also Temu is very dodgy and I don't trust it. But I did it as far as just entering like an old email in that I don't use. I got the 100% off on the spinning wheel. And then...
Of course you did, yeah.
And then I got like another one. And then it said, buy like 2 or 3 items and get 7 for free.
Right.
And even those 3 items, it only came to 30 quid.
Right.
Did I buy it? No, I didn't give in.
Okay.
I got past the spinning wheels though, that was
some
it.
Things are just too good to be, I guess, yeah.
I didn't trust Temu anyways because of the amount of stuff on TikTok that people were saying about it being a bit weird.
So what's the main concern? They steal your data? Or they misuse your data?
So that was my main concern before I actually did some research into it. So a bit of history with Temu is that the company I was talking about who own them, they actually have a sister app which is just a popular shopping app in China. It's called Pinduoduo, I think. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. It has been known for leaking user data, like selling information to other companies. And a lot of people, like I heard something about like card payment details being stolen.
Okay.
But this was also a thing with Shein for a bit, but obviously you can hear so much crap on the internet.
Yeah. And you don't know whether to rely on that or not.
Yeah, no, exactly.
So we've established that Temu have a bit of a dodgy reputation so far.
Yes.
Thing is, if I'm shopping, probably in the case when Temu popped up, I was shopping for looking around for some something new to wear, and then a fruit spinny thing wheel appears, then that puts me off because I'm shopping. I'm not up for a game of chance. I just want to shop. So whereby that draws some people in, for me it was a turn off.
Everyone's just wanting the cheapest possible thing. And like my friend who got me to sign up to get that wheel, I was like, well, what do you mean like free money? Like I thought it was for the app. She sent me a screenshot of her bank account with the transfer going, no, they just sent me £40. So that raises the question, and why is Temu paying customers? Don't you think that's so weird?
£40 to spend with them?
No. She sent me the transfer in her bank account of Temu paying her £40.
So no strings attached? No,
not that I know of.
Oh.
I find that so interesting because it's like, how can they afford to do that? Because we all know 8 people who could probably do the link if you explained how to do it. But so I found the statistic that in 2022, when Temu was released in the September, it landed second place in marketplace applications in the US by January.
Wow.
So that's what, September, October, November, December, like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
I think it may have been behind Amazon or something else. So I find that insane, and there's got to be something else going on. And that's probably why they've been put through quite a few scandals with being convicted of selling user data, because how the hell are they making profit from that?
So quickly. So they're really quite huge then.
Yeah, they really are. Adding on to my next point, Temu's download by country in May 2023, so only a few months after their downloads in the US statistic, is that the United States make up 42% of downloads and the rest are Europe. So you can see that this app is so highly marketed to the western side of the world. The greed, it's immense. So I've actually got a few examples of clips showing people's hauls.
I have a Temu haul. 2 skincare headbands. This cute cup. A jewelry box with my initial on it. Look how this keeps all my jewelry organized. A cookie blanket. This is so comfy. These smiley face slippers. They're so cozy and perfect for around the house. These colored hair ties. A makeup bag. There's so much room in here. This bubble gun. Oh my gosh. A bunch of claw clips. I get a lot of packages and these package openers are perfect. pH changing lipstick. It actually works. The little flower inside is so cute. 2 galaxy lights. This is the first one. And this is the second. This adorable romper. Purple skirt, which also comes with a pocket, a bunch of tank tops.
I despair. Well, she doesn't need any of those things.
No, exactly.
It is consumerism gone mad, and that is the biggest threat to
climate change.
To our planet.
Our planet, yeah.
And it driving climate change.
It is awful. There's so many things I could pick out from that video. Like the main thing obviously being the price. How many claw clips was she holding?
At least 12.
Like for $1.24.
Yeah.
Like
she won't use that many.
I know exactly. I know Primark's not great, but it's still £4 per decent sized claw clip in there.
Yeah. No, I mean.
So Temu's just turning the tables completely.
But everything she held up looked at a really poor quality. So it won't last, because none of this stuff is made to last, is it?
What baffles me is that after, like, most people like her have heard, if you're on the internet, you like TikTok especially, you've heard the bad things about some Chinese companies, and the fact that some people still use cosmetics, that lipstick she had on her face.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even buy underwear from Shein or Temu just because it's going somewhere very private.
Wouldn't you?
No.
Because they use bad chemicals.
Exactly that. Well,
they have to do that, I suppose, in order to make everything so cheap. And let's not get on to
labour. That's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
I think the reason why they have done so well so quickly is their marketing strategy, getting people to give their friends a link or a code and being like, oh, you can get money off if you use this, or if you can help me do this and you might get this back. And yeah, I feel that is the main reason they came to fame so quickly, because I don't think I'd know about Temu if it wasn't for TikTok.
Yeah, you're probably right. It must be something like that.
I mean, you've seen it on Facebook.
Yeah, because it popped up.
Yeah.
Oh, she's looking for clothes. Let's pop up and spin around and get her involved.
People just can't not spend their money as well. It's such an instant gratification.
Yeah.
But
it doesn't last, so you go back.
Yeah.
And you look for more.
But fair enough to Temu. They've got us wrapped around their finger. It's very clever.
It is. And they haven't fallen on it by accident. It's a science. But
funnily enough, moving on to sustainability, Temu do have a sustainability pledge.
Oh. Is it greenwashing?
I don't know what that is. What is it?
It's a term that a lot of companies say they're doing something about sustainability, but when you actually look into it, it means very, very little, no more than the paper it's printed on. And that term, greenwashing, is used. So to the public, they give out this image of we care about the environment, but actually when you look into it, it is all lip service and there's very little going on underneath. Greenwashing. Haven't you heard that?
Well, I'm glad there's a term for it. But I found it very ironic when I was doing my research and read, I think it was from Business of Apps, Temu have pledged to not only offset manufacturing emissions but reduce emissions additionally around their distribution and retail processes. Which, that's just also way too good to be true.
Have they showed any evidence that they're doing that?
No.
Offset manufacturing emissions.
But you know what these companies are like? They're so private, and we've seen like journalists go in disguised as workers and shown some of the conditions. Like we've seen it in JD in the UK, but we've also seen people go all the way to China and actually go into a Shein factory.
They don't see any evidence.
No, there's
of
no.
anything happening.
The only evidence is there is the child labour evidence.
So, Temu have pledged to do something to help, but where's their evidence?
Exactly.
Yeah. I read that the output of the fashion industry will go up 63% by 2030.
63%?
Yeah, so that is worrying.
Well, yeah, that's only, 6-7 years?
Yeah.
I don't think they will. I really don't have faith in this world. I really don't.
There are some fashion brands that are trying to do things, but it's not something that can be done quickly.
But then they're not affordable, and everyone's going to go for the cheapest items. And if it's... Like, I'm very funny about quality on clothes. So I won't buy loads of cheap clothes. But with, like, home products, organisers, I can see why people just go, oh, yeah, I'll get that, I'll get that, I'll get that.
Yeah, I think we've all got to be educated, but the fashion industry can, make a start, can't they?
Definitely.
Anything helps. But we've all got to buy less. I read, don't ask me where.
You like your reading.
I
like my watching.
That if people were to reduce their buying to 8 items a year...
8?
Only 8 new things a year.
I mean, that's how it probably used to be, wasn't it?
Yeah. But that would start to turn things around. So that is huge. But it's 8 to 10% globally. Because isn't it true that fashion produces about 10% of annual global carbon emissions? I'm sure I've read.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's actually more than all the maritime shipping and international flights combined.
Wow. That's awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just for some clothes.
Well, it's better than going around naked, I suppose, but
yeah.
Not at that cost.
And that's going to wrap up this podcast today. So what would you say the message is that we're trying to put out about fast fashion in general?
Do you really need what you're buying?
Yeah.
You might want it, but do you actually need it? I think that's the main thing to remember.
Yeah. And that will be it for today on our wonderful podcast. So thank you for keeping your ears open, and we will speak to you later.
Bye!